Buckle up, folks, because Emily Riedel just struck gold in a way that's rewriting Bering Sea history. A staggering $35 million haul unearthed from a hidden vein that no one saw coming. This find sent ripples of shock through the mining world, thrusting Emily and her crew into the spotlight of every heated discussion about high-stakes ocean dredging. Months of meticulous strategy, relentless dredging, and pinpoint seabed mapping paved the way for this game-changer. Unlike fluke discoveries fueled by chance, Emily's calculated precision in targeting gold-laden deposits proved unstoppable. Her team battled bone-chilling cold, treacherous currents, and equipment failures, but their grit paid off in spades. This haul is turning heads. Investors, rival crews, and industry experts are calling it one of the most jaw-dropping finds in decades. Every ton of muck hauled from the depths sparkled with gold, surpassing even the wildest projections. For Emily Riedel, this isn't just a score, it's a legacy-defining triumph. With $35 million in gold now on the books, her methods are being scrutinized, praised, and hailed as the new gold standard for deep-sea mining in the Bering Sea and beyond. If this story lights a fire in you, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's dive into how the Bering Sea gave up a secret it fought to keep. The Bering Sea is a beast, icy, unforgiving, and merciless to those bold enough to chase riches across its churning waves. Nome, Alaska, once a beacon of hope, now teeters on ruin. Mining permits are drying up, costs are strangling even the biggest outfits, and dredges sit abandoned, rusting in the harbor like relics of a lost era. Investors have written off Nome as a played-out wasteland, a tomb for shattered dreams. For most, the game is over. But for Emily Riedel, it's just getting started. She's staring down a make-or-break moment, caught between financial collapse and the chance to etch her name in history. If she can't pull off something extraordinary, her career, her crew, and her legacy will vanish into the icy depths. So, she makes a bold call, one final expedition, a last roll of the dice to unearth a find that could stun the world or fade into obscurity like so many before her. Then, fate hands her something wilder than gold dust. Tucked away in a dusty Russian maritime archive from 1852, Emily discovers a set of weathered charts that don't belong in any standard collection. The brittle pages whisper of unearthly riches buried deep beneath the Bering's currents, marked with precise coordinates and stamped with an imperial seal from the Tsar himself, declaring the area off-limits to all ships. The warning is stark: these waters are cursed. Most would dismiss it as a sailor's tall tale, spun over too much rum in a smoky tavern. Nome's grizzled captains laugh it off, muttering about ships that sailed those waters and never returned, compasses spinning wildly, storms erupting from clear skies, and divers lost to the void. The legends are clear, the warnings unmistakable. But Emily isn't most people. Driven by a fire stronger than fear, she looks into the camera and vows, if there's gold out there, we'll be the ones to claim it. With that, her crew charts a course for the forbidden zone, the ocean growling as if it knows what they're after. Sonar pulses slice through the murky depths, hunting for any sign to validate or debunk the ancient Russian records. Hours drag on, tension mounting, until the screens light up with something massive, something impossible. Buried under centuries of silt and permafrost lies the ghostly outline of a ship. Divers gear up, their lights cutting through the inky black. What they find isn't just a wreck. It's a Russian bark, its hull eerily preserved in ice, timbers untouched by time. The air crackles as they venture deeper. Scattered cargo crates litter the seabed, split open, spilling or that glimmers through the sludge. Gold. Not the fine flakes Nome's dredgers scrape by on, but dense, heavy chunks. Undeniable proof that the legends were true. The Russians mined these waters, hauling riches across the sea before their empire locked it away. The crew's spirits soar like a storm breaking. If the Russians tap this vein, more awaits, more than Nome has seen in a century. Hope surges through Emily, not as a spark, but a blazing inferno. Staring at the sunken hull and scattered crates, she realizes this isn't a fluke. The Russians didn't just find gold. They worked it, hid it, and sealed it away. The vein is real. The chamber is real. And now, Emily Riedel is closer to unlocking it than anyone in history. But the Bering Sea isn't the only threat. The moment whispers of the wreck leak out, a rival dredge looms on the horizon, keeping its distance but never leaving sight. The crew recognizes its silhouette. A notorious captain known for poaching claims others risk everything to uncover. At first, it's just a shadow, but soon drones buzz overhead, their cameras trained on Emily's operation. Her team chases them off, but they return, relentless, their lenses probing for secrets. Night brings a new menace. Radio chatter crackles with encrypted voices. A technician decodes snippets of talk between Nome-based investors, cold and calculated, discussing Emily's find like it's already theirs. She's found the chamber, one voice hisses. Lock down the data. Secure the claim. This isn't just a hunt for gold anymore. It's a corporate showdown. Emily's jaw tightens as she listens, realizing she's up against more than the sea. She's battling players with deeper pockets and no qualms about stealing what she's fought for. The crew locks down their sight, posting guards and flooding the deck with light, but the ocean itself seems to stir, as if warning of worse to come. Divers plunge back to scan the seabed, and that's when the inexplicable begins. A low hum rises from cracks in the rock, not mechanical but alive, vibrating through their suits and up their spines. Instruments spike with unexplainable frequencies. It's the sea singing. One diver mutters over the comms, half laughing, voice trembling. Back on deck, they exchange uneasy glances. The sound was real. At the docks, an old Inupiat fisherman hears their tale and issues a grave warning. When the sea sings, it's no celebration. It's a harbinger. The ice moans before it cracks, he says. The gold hums before it swallows you whole. To the locals, it's an omen of collapse, a final alert before disaster strikes. Half the crew wants to pull back, spooked by the tales, but Emily stands firm. To her, the hum isn't a curse. It's evidence of a metallic chamber resonating under pressure. Gold doesn't deceive, and if the sea is singing, they're closer than ever. The team splinters, some whispering about cashing out with what they've got, others unable to tear their eyes from the promise of a historic haul. Emily's voice cuts through the doubt like a blade. We came for a miracle, and this is it. No one walks away. Her words hold the crew together, for now. The dredge roars back to life, tearing into the seabed with fierce determination. Then, a diver's voice crackles through the radio, stunned. It's glowing down here. Cameras flicker on, beaming images to the deck. A towering slab of rock streaked with golden veins, blazing under the diver's lights. This isn't a scattering of flakes. It's a monolith, a wall of gold stretching beyond their beams. The crew erupts in chaos, crowding the monitors, shouting in disbelief. Samples rush to the surface, each chunk heavier and purer than anything Nome has seen in generations. Geologists crunch numbers, their estimates climbing to a staggering $35 million. And that's just what's visible. The deck buzzes with euphoria. After years of debt, doubt, and dead ends, Emily Riedel stands on the edge of a discovery that could redefine the Bering Sea. She touches a gold-streaked slab, her voice soft with awe. The Golden Wall. The name lands like a thunderclap, perfectly capturing the monument of wealth hidden for centuries. But beneath the triumph, a quiet truth lingers. Nothing this valuable comes without a cost. Rivals circle closer, the sea hums louder, and the deeper they dig, the stronger the warnings grow. The dredge vibrates with the roar of engines as a sleek black helicopter buzzes overhead, its unmarked frame and armed passengers casting a chill over the crew. Emily demands answers over the radio, but a cold voice responds, "Walk away, or you won't walk at all." It's no empty threat. Investors have been sniffing around her operation, and now they know about the Golden Wall. Rival boats stalk the edges of her claim, their lights cutting through the fog like hungry eyes. Nome isn't just a sleepy mining town anymore. It's a battleground in a global gold rush. The crew fractures under the pressure. Some murmur about cutting deals, selling coordinates to escape with something before blood is spilled. Others rally behind Emily, their loyalty forged in the fire of her vision. "We found it together," she declares to the cameras. "We'll protect it together. No one steals this from us." But the sea has more secrets. Late-night scans reveal something behind the Golden Wall. Tunnels, too precise to be natural, stretching deep into the seabed. Divers report strange carvings etched into the stone, illuminated by their lights, as if waiting to be found. The Russian archive flashes in Emily's mind. The Tsar's warnings, the talk of unearthly metals. Were these tunnels dug by long-forgotten miners, enslaved to extract riches under imperial orders? The passages look less like geology and more like architecture, gold veins woven into cathedral-like chambers. Nome isn't just a mine. It's a buried relic, perhaps a tomb. Excitement battles fear among the crew. Some see history unfolding, a chance to uncover an ancient operation. Others whisper of curses, of Russian miners driven mad, of tunnels that sing before they collapse. Tensions boil over as loyalty crumbles. Deckhands pass secret notes, plotting to sell coordinates to rivals for quick cash. Sabotage creeps in, missing food, tampered tools, drained fuel tanks. Emily catches her first mate on a covert radio call, half spilling their location before she rips the device away. "You sold us out," she snaps, her voice raw with betrayal. He fires back, "You'll get us killed. You can't fight corporations and curses with dreams." The deck explodes in shouts, the crew splitting into factions as gold fever poisons trust. The Golden Wall waits below, silent and gleaming. But the real threat isn't the sea or the rivals. It's the crew, unraveling under the weight of greed. The dredge powers through the dawn, its hull creaking as pumps churn and conveyors claw the seabed. Each load of muck hits the deck, sparkling with gold under the floodlights. But time is a relentless enemy. Storms brew in minutes, currents shift without warning, and rival boats prowl closer. At night, shadows move along the docks, cutting lines and tampering with gear. Drones hum overhead, their cameras relentless. One diver nearly drowns when a hose snaps, plunging him into the freezing depths. The crew pulls him up, shaken, a stark reminder that this is a fight for survival. Machines groan under the strain of ancient sediment, each slab of gold-streaked rock dazzling in the darkness. But the deeper they go, the fiercer the ocean resists. Pressure builds in unseen fissures, currents tug at the hull, and a low rumble shakes the dredge like a warning from the deep. Without warning, a section of the cavern behind the Golden Wall collapses, water roaring in with terrifying force. Mud, rock, and machinery tumble into the abyss, gold-laden crates swept away into the dark. The dredge shudders, steel screaming, as Emily barks orders to stem the chaos. Divers scramble, levers are pulled, and the crew fights to hold the line. The ocean claims part of the Golden Wall, burying it forever, but victory clings to what remains. They've secured enough to confirm the $35 million valuation, a testament to their triumph and the sea's unyielding power. News of the find spreads like wildfire, headlines screaming, "Emily Riedel unearths Bering Sea's lost fortune." Live feeds show gold slabs gleaming under lights, drones capturing the relentless operation, and Emily commanding with unshakable resolve. Nome transforms overnight into a hub of frenzy, drawing investors, treasure hunters, and historians. Whispers of what else lies beneath fuel obsession and envy. Some call Emily a visionary, a pioneer rewriting history with skill and courage. Others see her as a thief, tempting ancient forces by taking what the sea guarded for centuries. The Golden Wall, though partially lost, stands as a symbol of human ambition and the Bering's untamed will. Sonar hints at untouched chambers, carvings whispering of miners lost to time, perhaps forced to carve these vaults under imperial decree. The crew catalogs every fragment with care, locking crates against theft and mishap, knowing one wrong move could cost millions or lives. The Bering Sea always exacts a price, and Emily knows the fight is far from over. On the dredge's upper deck, she stands against the wind, sunlight glinting off the gold below. Her crew works in quiet focus, exhaustion mingling with awe. She gazes at the gray waves, their rise and fall a reminder of the sea's dual nature, giver and taker. The Bering never gives without a cost, she says, her voice steady, a declaration etched in history. Emily Riedel is no longer just a miner. She's a legend, her name forever tied to the Golden Wall, a monument to courage, cunning, and the relentless pursuit of the impossible. The wall remains, partially claimed, partially buried, but its story will echo through Nome, the Bering Sea, and Gold Rush lore for generations.